Hi everyone, and welcome to HOA Fight Club. I'm Raylene Schifano, and I hope you enjoy these videos. These videos are created to help consumers know what they're getting into when they buy into an HOA or condo, so they don't get caught into the unconstitutional acts of these corporations. Today I'd like to talk about contract law. So when you buy into an HOA, you're buying into a corporation. And a lot of the legislators and governors and attorney generals say that these are private contracts. Well, if you look at what a private contract is, it's a contract between two parties and legally enforceable, where each party assumes a side of a contract, and if one side doesn't follow through with that contract, then you can go after the other side for not fulfilling their part of that contract. Well, here's where the glitch is in that. So if you are part of a condo and something happens and the board doesn't follow through with their part that they're supposed to do, you should be able to take them to court or file a grievance against them, and it should be very simple to take them to court to do this. But unfortunately, because of the uniform acts that the government has created, they've made it almost impossible to do this. So let's go over what the Uniform Act is. The Uniform Act is created to cover the association. I understand that the government is trying to make sure that the corporation doesn't get sued because they don't want people's investments to go bankrupt. So if a homeowner sues the corporation and is able to sue them for millions of dollars, of course the corporation would go bankrupt, which would bankrupt every homeowner in that property. So I understand why they're trying to protect the homeowners, but in that process, they gave away our constitutional rights. So if you read under the Washington State Constitution, that is not possible. So let's read the Washington State Constitution and see why that's not possible. Because you only can make laws in Washington State for corporations that are fair and constitutional. So under, let's see what I have here, the corporations being created, let's go down up here. So I've got it all here for us. Under Article 7, Section 1, corporations formed. Corporations may be formed under general laws, but shall not be created by special acts. All laws relating to corporations may be altered, amended, or repealed by the legislature at any time, and all corporations doing business in the state may, as to such business, be regulated, limited, or restrained by law. So it sounds to me like our legislators can take care of homeowners right now. But instead, they gave developers the right to create laws and gave them the power of the municipality to fine, foreclose, be judges, deny due process, and run amok. So these corporations are above the Constitution, which is unconstitutional. So I've questioned a couple of people on this, and they just ignore it. They say it's a private contract. Well, no private contract can be above the Constitution, right? No one's above the law, right? That's what we keep telling our president, right? So let's go on. No law shall be passed. Now, this is the Washington State Constitution. No law shall be passed. Are our senators and House of Representatives reading this? Because no law shall be passed. Well, they passed the Uniform Act many times. So let's read this. No law shall be passed granting to any citizen, class of citizens, or corporations, other than the municipal privileges or immunities, which upon the same term shall not equally belong to all citizens or corporations. So a corporation can't have special privileges to fine and foreclose for things that are not equally able to fine and foreclose outside of that corporation. So if your grass is too high in a HOA and they can fine you and foreclose for you, they should be able to do it outside of an HOA. Everything in Washington State has to be fair and equal. And I don't understand what our legislators don't understand about that. Why is that so complicated? Why is it complicated that our legislators are so willing to give away our rights? And they all say nobody's above the law. Everybody's above the law in HOA. Everybody, except for the homeowner. the attorneys, the property managers, the insurance companies, the contractors. A homeowner can't tell a contractor to get off their property if they're being abusive to that homeowner, because we don't have any rights on there. So as you go on, if you read down here and you go down to the Civil Rights Act of 1983, let's read that act, because there's a lot of things that you don't know. We're going to go to the Civil Rights Liability under 42 U.S.C. 1983 demands that all government protects United States citizens from anyone who breaks due process and our civil rights. Due process, a plaintiff must show that possessed a constitutionally protected property interest. Wow, we own our property, don't we? And that he was deprived of that interest without due process of law. Due process property interests are created by existing rules or understanding that they stem from an independent source such as state law, rules, or understanding that secures certain benefits that support claims of entitlement to those benefits. To have a property interest protected by the due process clause, a person must have more than an abstract need or desire for it. He must have more than a unilateral expectation of it. We expect more from our government. We expect our government to protect our due process rights. Everybody has a right to due process. Now, I've questioned those that are running for governor in Washington State, why they are allowing this, and not one of them even knows what's going on. Governor Inslee, of course, will not even meet with me, so that tells you a lot about him. I've asked Phil Fortunato and I've asked Anton Sakharov. Neither of them even understands it, I don't think. So I'm really questioning why anybody would want to vote for anyone. So as you're running for office, maybe those people need to think about what they're actually promoting. There are millions of us in HOAs and condo associations. We can affect the change for governor, for president, for legislators. We have the power. All we have to do is come together, and we can affect any vote, any change we want. All you have to do is come together. And I hope that most of you will come together. I know that we have thousands of us already coming together. So we have a huge HOA group that is forming and working together, and we will be affecting the laws that change. I know that the attorneys and the property managers and the insurance companies have formed their own corporation of CAI, their trades group. Well, the homeowners are doing the same. We are done with being harassed and bullied and intimidated by these attorneys that are legislators and lobbyists that are taking our homestead rights away, that we have none. So unfortunately, I cannot take this anymore. Good thing for me, as you can see, I'm in a hotel, so I am out of my home. We are officially homeless as of today. So I would like to thank the government for that. You guys really did not protect me at all. And I will not be voting for anybody that does not protect the homeowners' rights. And I will be affecting change if I have to run for government myself. That is what I will do to affect change. So I hope that you guys will come together, like and subscribe to my page and my HOA Fight Club at gmail.com. You can contact me there. I will be traveling across the US and taking people's stories and making this go public. So stick with me and we'll fight this together. See you on the next one.